You operate from a place that cannot be bought, silenced, or stopped. You show up with certainty while others are still waiting for permission. And when someone moves like that, every force that depends on hesitation loses its grip. You're uncontrollable because your power doesn't come from them, it comes from within. Number 6. Every trap they set exposed their weakness, not yours. The truth is, every scheme meant to break, you ended up revealing more about the people behind it than it ever revealed about you. They thought setting traps would expose your flaws, your vulnerabilities, or your limits. Instead, it exposed their pettiness, their desperation, and their complete misunderstanding of who they were dealing with. You're not someone who folds when life gets sharp. You're someone who studies, adjusts, and walks out smarter than you walked in. That's what they didn't see coming. While they were busy plotting your downfall, you were quietly expanding your awareness. You noticed the patterns. You recognized the repeated behaviors. You saw the intentions long before they were spoken. They believed that pressure would make you crumble, but it actually sharpened your insight. They believed chaos would confuse you, but it only helped you understand their structure. Every setup that was meant to trap you became a lesson, and every lesson turned into an advantage. The funny twist is this: they thought they were hunting you, but you were actually studying them. You learned who they were when they thought you weren't paying attention. You learned their strengths, weaknesses, insecurities, and tactics. You saw what triggered them, what motivated them, and what scared them. You didn't just avoid the traps, you upgraded from them. And that's why they fear you now. Not because you survived, but because you grew in ways they didn't expect. When people with small minds attempt to sabotage someone with a strong spirit, the result is always the same. Their traps fall apart because they lack the insight to predict your resilience. They don't have the intelligence to understand your intuition. They don't have the strategy to handle your adaptability. And they certainly don't have the spiritual stamina to match your discernment. Their attacks never weakened you. They weakened their reputation, their credibility, their mask, and their influence. Their actions showed that their hatred was louder than their wisdom. And the part that haunts them most is this: every attempt to break you only made you harder to target, harder to fool, and harder to touch. They didn't expose you. You exposed them by surviving. Number 7. Your spirit holds a frequency. Hell cannot mimic or interrupt. There is a reason you stand out spiritually even when you don't try. There is something about your presence that can't be counterfeited, copied, or absorbed by anything operating in darkness. Evil can imitate almost anything: success, charm, blessings, opportunities, even language that sounds holy. But it cannot imitate a pure frequency. It cannot duplicate a soul that has been refined through